Hello friends, how you doing? Day 9:59. Oh my gosh, what a beautiful night in Vancouver, Canada. Yes. Just doing a little grounding outside my home and grateful for where I live. The weather right now in summer is amazing. So I just want to come in and just talk about a discussion I had with some friends of mine over the weekend. So we talked about something, and then it went to the discussion of the top reason why people get divorced. I forgot to ask where the source was, so this may or may not be, but I figured I would share this anyways. So, what's the top reason people get divorced? And so I think a lot of times people they think, well, it might be infidelity, like cheating. It might be they lose interest in each other, no more common ground. It might be money, lack of money problems or what have you. And then that contributes to stress and what have you. But what we're actually talking about, the reason why is, I don't even know if this is the right word, but uncommunicated expectations. So essentially it's expectations that each partner has that is not communicated. And so one of the challenges of that is that we're not really well versed with that skill because we didn't grow up communicating our needs. A lot of times we weren't taught how to do that in a healthy way. And so in relationships, we don't communicate a lot of times what we expect. And so when we don't communicate it and someone is not meeting that standard or that expectations, then feelings of resentment may surface, or other strong negative feelings. And if that happens, then of course that'll build and build and build, and eventually it gets to a level where people are like, hey, I don't want to deal with this. I'm out, right? If you just simply learned how to actually communicate, okay, what is it that you're feeling? And what is it that you're needing, right? If you're mad or if your partner's mad, most likely a certain need is not met. And so if you can actually chat to your partner about that in a mature way, where you're not yelling at each other, you're not highly emotional, I shouldn't say highly emotional, when you're not highly volatile, then potentially you can actually work through something. And so that is a skill that you can all develop, okay? It needs practice. So if you're in a relationship, you're lucky. You have an opportunity to actually practice. If you're not, you can practice in other relationships where it's more of a partnership, like maybe business. It's the only thing I think of right now, but any type of business, if you will. Business, not partnership arrangement. Then you can actually chat with regards or practice those communication skills. Okay, it's about, again, just telling and expressing your needs and the standards that you are expecting, and just making sure you're on the same page. Because if you're not on the same page, then things may go awry. And what was it? One more thing I was going to say. Oh yeah, there was actually one more thing that I saw recently that it made me really think. Why is divorce so high nowadays? Being really conservative, is 50% plus, right? So that's half of marriages in a divorce. And there was I don't know where I saw this, but it talked about the idea of people learning how to actually be married unhappily. Because, I think nowadays people, they hear certain things and they follow. It's like, oh, if you're not happy, get out. Sure, you can. Again, I'm not telling you how to live your life. I just want to share some thoughts. But how about learning how to be unhappy in a marriage for a little while so that you can actually work on making it better? Right? Again, most things can be fixable. Most things you can actually work through. Of course, I'm not talking about extreme cases, okay? But even in extreme cases, you may be able to work it out. It's just a matter of how important is that to you. And what does marriage actually really mean to you? Is it a commitment? Do you even know what commitment is? Do you know what that looks like? And so, just a few things for you to think about. But obviously, there's so many things we can talk about on just this topic. So I just want to kind of share with you one thing that I found very interesting. And so hopefully that helps you. But yeah, at the end of the day, we all have certain expectations, whether or not you realize it. And where do those expectations come from? Is it from seeing your parents' marriage? Is it from media? From movies? Oh my gosh, right? Uh, Disney movies, right? They portray the Disney princesses, right? Where there's this prince comes and sweeps them off their feet and takes care of them. Is that realistic nowadays? I don't think so. But what if that is what your expectation is? What if you're expecting for a man to actually come and sweep you off your feet, take care of you, and then you'll be happy? If that's your expectation and that doesn't happen, guess what? You're not going to be very happy. And you may blame the other person, but more often than not, you should probably look in the mirror. That's all of us. Okay. Anyways, I think I'll just end this live here, but just a few things for you to think about and hopefully help you think more about your relationship or your future relationship. All right. Have a great night, my friends. I love you all. Bye.